Well, ladies and gentlemen, I did it again. I have another machine in my garage, and it has a problem. I didn't buy it with a problem, but it has a problem. I picked this up today. When I went to pick it up, it was playing. It was fine. The video was fine. There was no problem on the monitor, and now we have a problem on the monitor. The game is currently set to free play. Gotta love the owl eye door here. It's like this game is actually in immaculate condition considering how old it is. It looks really good, but I brought it all the way home, and of course I see this. Um, let's slip it into test mode, and you see that not much better. So you hit a button. These work. You can hear the chirping. So that's expected. But that screen is obviously not expected. I'll take it out of test and we'll put it back in. So the game is actually running. It's on free play. You can hear it. And it's going to start a game and you can see it firing and stuff, but it's not working. Basically, the x-axis is working right. The y-axis is not. The up and down is not working. I'm going to turn this off because I don't want it to hurt the monitor or anything like that. The monitors on these things are, you can see the board while I do this, the monitors on these things are really more closely related to the actual game as far as communication goes. You can see it's weird too. I saw this when I picked it up too. It's unplugged right now, but you can still see that light shining through there like that. That is crazy weird. Eventually the high voltage will drop off and that light will go away, of course. Um, the I have to get a lock for this door. Unfortunately, he didn't have a lock for it. Well, there's a lock on it, but no key. I got a lock coming to fix that. But so to get to the point, we have left and right, but we don't have up and down. And this is a vector monitor, basically. So I'm trying to figure out what to do to fix that. I got the back off here. Do this real quick. That's the board. Board is going to be fine. That's where all the game is. In my opinion, the board's fine because we play a game. It starts up. That is the power supply that powers things in the game. Basically, it sends power to the board and it sends power to other places. This is the monitor here. It is an Electro Home G5801. I ordered a cap kit to replace these caps. So we got the high voltage unit right here. It's got the nice mesh screen, so that's a good sign that it's there. But what's not working is something on the deflection board, I think. So this is basically kind of maps out the XY coordinates on the screen. And I'm going to have to take this out and see if there's something wrong. My guess is right now is that some solder joints on behind the plugs maybe broke loose or something like that in the travel. So there's, I don't know if I can see very well, but there's these three plugs right here. So the three plugs at the top here. This one goes, focus a little more. No, let's go focus. This plug right here, it goes directly to the monitor, so that's an output. But this one right here handles one of the two coordinates, or X or Y, and the one over there handles the other one. So I don't know which is which yet, and it doesn't really matter right now because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this deflection board off and just reflow the solder on the pins behind this plug and just see if that does the trick. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to look closer at these transistors up here. Don't look great. I don't know what that white stuff is there. Seems sus. But like, again, the X left to right works, but the Y doesn't. And it just doesn't seem likely that a transistor just blows in transit. You never know, but I'm going to reflow the solder on this stuff because I don't have the cap kit, or I don't have anything here anyways right now. So I'm going to try that first and see if that solves the problem, and see if we can get the game back up and running again. Hopefully it's a short video, but gosh, it looks good. I actually did clean up this control panel. This is a Willis control panel, 1981. It's like an aftermarket control panel overlay. It's obviously not the original, and it looks nice. I actually kind of like it. Some people hate it. I think Atari actually would certify this and say that it is a legit control panel overlay. I don't know the full history on it. It's kind of sketchy on some of the what I see online, but multiple games do have this control panel overlay on here. It was very dirty. I took a lot of cleaner and shined it up, and it actually shined up really good. There's a couple rough spots, but nothing too terrible. And I did clean up a lot of things, and I was hoping I'd just plug it in and play it. And of course, we found this issue. So I'm gonna pull that deflection board out and give it a little once over and see how it goes. Wish me luck. All right, I have the deflection board out from the monitor. It looks pretty clean. There's nothing too crazy about it. I kind of expected it. Some of these solder joints, they seem okay. There's a little scarring here. Focus. There's some things here that don't look great, but not terrible either. I'm going to reflow or re-put fresh solder. I'm gonna put refresh solder on some of these connectors here in the back. That's common that I hear that just needs to happen, and it won't be surprising if the solder is going to fix our issue. So signal comes in from here. You get X and Y going in here. It does things magic inside here. This and this help the I'm sorry, this is X and this is Y. This does more signal fixing, I guess. I don't know is the best way to describe it in layman's terms. I'm not a professional, people. I'm just trying to solve this without getting too into the weeds. But I do know that this does things to the Y axis and this does things to the X. And then eventually it goes out to the monitor on this one, I believe. Could be wrong. It might be this one. I think it's this one, but it could be this one. But we're going to reflow solder on the back of these. So we're going to reflow solder here, and we're going to reflow solder here. And we're just going to make sure those connections are nice and tight and see if that fixes the problem. I'm also going to test the transistors. We got monitor transistors up here. Turn the light on. So those transistors, I'm going to see if I can test those. I can't test them while they're attached very easily, but I can test them on the back of these plugs. I saw a guy, Ronnie, do it at John's Arcade, and he knows this. He knows what he's doing. He'll say he's not an expert, which he's probably not an expert, but he's very good at solving problems when it comes to arcades. So I'm going to try to test the transistors through the plugs like he did and see if I find something. But first things first, we'll reflow some solder onto this bad boy, and then we'll go from there. All right, I've got the deflection board back in place. There's not much I can do until the cap kit comes in. I basically just reflowed the connections. I double checked all these connections to make sure that, or not double checked, I reflowed them all. So I put fresh solder in every single pin on the back, making sure they're nice and clean. I didn't see any broken solder joints. I also tested those 4 transistors up there. I basically used a connectivity test on the backs of these plugs. You can just plug your lead on your multimeter onto these backs of these to see if you can get the right drop in connectivity. I did see that. I didn't see any problems with it, so I don't know. The only thing I can think of is if this doesn't work, then the cap kit's going to be next. I see a lot of glue too. Like whoever did that, was in here. Maybe it was the original factory. I don't know, but there's a lot of glue in here, and it's not leaking caps. I know that. And another thing is the guy that had this machine said it was been in the house for like 30 years, and he hasn't turned it on in the last 5 or 10 until he was ready to like show it off for sale. And so I think the caps are probably fine too. So I'm like, if this doesn't work, I'm not sure. Even though if this doesn't work, I'm going to do a cap kit next to see if that helps. But unfortunately, there's no power switch either. Like there should be a power switch right here. There's not. Somebody hardwired the wires together. I could order a switch and bolt it in here. You can't see that, but I don't know. I probably will leave it hardwired because I'm going to have this connected to a power strip, and I turn all the games on at once when I turn it on. So we're going to do it the old-fashioned way and just plug it in and see if it works. Wish me luck. All right, we've got juice. Let's hear some crackling noise. It's kind of interesting that the marquee works. All right, let's see if we got some. Well, because I think that's original. I haven't even looked back there yet. I think that's original. It kind of flickers as it comes on. That's like original, old school. Okay, we got flashing lights. We got nothing on the screen. Not even a blip. Well, before we used to have. Oh, what? That's a good sign. Okay. Why can't I see anything else? I can't see anything else. The flashing lights on. I mean, well, we saw the UFO. Saw the. All right. I'm gonna flip it into test. See if I can see something. All right. Where's the test switch? And bleep. That's a good noise. That's supposed to be there, but we're missing the entire crosshatch. I'm gonna check the brightness. The brightness might be a problem. I'm gonna go over here. Focus. Brightness control. We're gonna dial that up a little bit. See what happens. Whoa! Yes, there. It is. Oh my God! There it is, Knowles. That's the crosshatch. Oh my God! I've never seen something so beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. All right, I'm gonna flip this back over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a. Oh my God! It works. I think I did. I might have it too bright. You can see a lot of. Okay, see a lot of lines. I'm gonna turn it down just a smidge, just to see if it's a little too bright. Probably you got that dot in the middle. I saw some people online say that dot's expected. The dot's gone, and the line. All right, look at that. We have a working machine. That is awesome. That's all it took. Reflowing the connectors on the back of the deflection board fixed the problem of collapsing vertically, basically, and getting the monitor back up and running. So I hope you liked the video, and I'm going to play some games now because I got a brand new working Asteroids machine that I'm going to see if I can get a high score on. Thanks for watching.